Everyone's quite like reliant on the ice bars, I feel.
I'm like, you don't have to torture yourself.
Yeah.
You could just do a stretch.
I really don't like them, eh?
My name is Alice Baquie. I'm from Melbourne/Byron. I'm a physiotherapist and I now work in the app space for ForRunners.app.
Tell us about your walk today.
So it's a pretty uncreative walk, but it's got a lot of sentimental value. So Flinders Lane here was, I guess, taking it right back to my uni days, which is longer ago than I care to admit. We used to come into the city and just be little rat bags. And then once I did qualify as a physio, my very first clinic where I practiced from was just down the road here, 360 to take it all the way back to where I am now. Flinders Lane is the home of my favourite wine bar. It's also part of my favourite running route where I finish to get my coffee. I actually think this is the best lane in the city. There's just so much about it that I absolutely love. I'm literally that person that's been to Europe once and now I'm like, culture.
Well, what did come first for you? Was it Pilates or running?
It's actually a really good question. It's kind of chicken and the egg. I'm going to say Pilates definitely came first because I grew up a gymnast. Now I'm like an adult and trying to like stop back pain.
Oh my God, 100%, aren't we all?
The running came after gymnastics. So I'm going to say the Pilates gymnastics first, then the running, and then we circled back to combine the two together.
Do you think it's important to have a mix of different movement?
I do, and for so many reasons as well. At the moment, particularly with the running boom, there's such a huge inundation of it's just running and more running and running.
And kind of burning yourself out, right?
And then going, okay, upon reflection, I possibly should have done a bit more strength work. Hey, I could have done a little bit more cross training.
Also with Pilates, I found that that's really helped in terms of like core strength with running.
And it really does feed into, especially distance running. So Pilates is very strength endurance focused.
And what about recovery then? I feel like it's a bit of a hot topic at the moment. What's your take on recovery?
Well, I feel like recovery can be a little bit redefined in the sense that it doesn't need to be completely static rest. I actually genuinely think that gentle active recovery can be almost better for runners, whether that's a mobility class, whether that is getting in the water and not even swimming laps, just moving around. I am an advocate of gentle recovery, specifically around movement. You don't need too many external props to actually get some pretty decent recovery.
Everyone's quite like reliant on the ice bars, I feel.
I'm like, you don't have to torture yourself. You could just do a stretch.
I really don't like them, eh? What do you reckon's an underrated type of movement?
I'm going to go straight to surfing. There's one specific race that I lined up at. It was a 10K road race and there was a whole lot of guys that lined up next to me just in their boardies, like old shoes, just kicking around, very tan, surfer looking guys. And there was a whole lot of runners there in their carbon shoes, perfect outfits. I could obviously train for it. And they were kind of like, oh, who are these blokes? They absolutely tore shreds of everyone. So never underestimate the power of a surfer who lines up at a road race.
You spend your time both in Byron Bay and Melbourne. What's like the best about both?
Byron has got a very different environment in terms of it's very laid back, it's very chill, there's lots of surfing, there's lots of yoga. You go there and you automatically decompress, and then you come to Melbourne and then you hit that rat race feel, that automatic hustle. So when I do come here, I go hard on work, I go hard on socials, and then I go back to Byron and go back to my little sanctuary.
What's your like hot take on fitness in general?
I feel like fitness now is quite polarised into two major facets. Number one being performance and athletic activity, and the other side being wellness, which is coming at it from a different cultural angle. And I struggle with the rise of the wellness culture. I think there's a lot of it that I think isn't well researched, is slightly toxic, and it's not sustainable for people's balanced lifestyles. Whereas I feel like athletic performance is something that we can have good research in. It's goal orientated, it's joy orientated. People have groups around it.
Behind it.
But also you've got to adapt and evolve what you're doing to try and, you know, fit in with society as well. So taking little pieces of the wellness culture, whether that is the recovery, whether that is the breath work, whether that is some really wonderful facets, and actually injecting it into some of the active, more performance culture is...
That's cool. That's a real good take. What's balance mean to you? How do you balance such an active lifestyle, living in Byron, and then also like your friends and family?
Do you know what? I'm actually probably not great at it, but I'm very much working on it. But something it's just sort of come to me this year is realising that balance to me doesn't necessarily mean switching on and off.
Yeah.
It means just being able to sort of cope moderately amongst every day. I feel like there's this real sense of you go hard and then you go soft, and it's sort of just trying to keep a medium amongst everything that life throws at you.
Is there anyone you think we should walk with next?
What? Alice Baquie. Alice is an incredible marathon runner. She is a journalist. She's been to so many different countries. She loves a beverage, and she's great crack just to chat to.
Oh, awesome. She sounds like our kind of